You probably know what Steg Pegz are. I'll put a picture of them here, and also I'll put a link in the description so that you can look at the website from Australia. But I like them. They're a little bit expensive. You have to have them shipped from Australia into Canada, and so I decided to make my own. Some people love the idea and talk really good about what these Steg Pegz are or how they work. Some people hate them. So if you like them, here's a way that you can make them yourself. What they are is when you're standing, riding maybe with some speed or going up a steep hill, and I really notice it on this Tenere, I really have to hold on with my arms. And I know that I can get abrasive padding for the tank, for the bike, hold on with my legs, but I really like the idea of these Steg Pegz because they give your legs a little bit of something to rest back on when you have speed standing or when you're going up climbing hills standing up on the bike. So here's how you can make them yourself. I'm going to start with the right hand side of the bike. So the first thing we need to do is to take this rear peg off. So there are two 6mm Allen bolts back here that will remove this whole bracket. I have this aftermarket exhaust on here, which is a little bit in the way, so I'm going to have to use one of these little, at least to loosen it off, I'll use a little Allen wrench. You probably won't have that problem because your exhaust will be down low and you'll just be able to use a long Allen wrench. So as you can see, I just went ahead and pulled out the aftermarket exhaust. It was just too tight to get my Allen wrench in there, so it just comes off pretty easily. So I'm just taking these two bolts out. I just have to finish taking the other one out. Okay. That would normally be there just like stock. Of course, I had a little bracket in there for my luggage rack as well, but from stock that will be just like that. You take those two Allen wrenches or Allen bolts out and off it comes. So our bracket, it's basically an aluminum L that sits here with a rubber puck on it. Your leg can kind of lean on it a little bit or just kind of grip it a little bit. So we're going to build this bracket, put the puck on there. I'll put the links to all the materials in the description as well so that you can find everything. This is 4-inch by 6-inch aluminum, 1/4-inch thick aluminum angle, and I'm going to cut it to make the bracket to hold this puck right here, right about here, and that'll give my leg a little bit of something to lean back on. So I bought this on Amazon for like $5. Bought this on Granger for about $20, I believe, $30, and I'll put the links to those in there so that you can find them. First, take some stiff paper and you want to fold it, kind of start folding, making a mold of what you need. So I had some stiffer paper, some cardboard. I made a little mold, I traced it, I've got it now traced out onto paper, and I folded it, and the aluminum will bolt, well, just like that. That will be the bracket when I'm all done. And then the puck will bolt. I'll put 2 holes for adjustment. I might even put a third, I don't know. And I can put it there, or I can put it a little further back. Now I'll take that cutout pattern that I made, and I'm going to tape it onto the aluminum, trace it out, and then I'm going to cut the aluminum. First I'm going to cut it with my jigsaw, with a metal pipe cutting blade in the jigsaw, and then I'll take a grinder, clean it up, and a file to clean up the edges. And eventually I'll drill the holes, which I've marked out based on the foot peg bracket and where I think those pucks, I'll make sure these are where I want them before I drill these holes out. have this pretty well cut out to how I like it. I still need to drill the holes in it, but I went around and filed the edges off. You know, it's not totally polished and beautiful. I think in the future I might clean it up and try anodizing. Maybe that'll come in a future video, we'll see. But for now, should work pretty good. So I'm going to mark those holes, drill the holes, and we'll mount it on the bike. Okay, my bracket is all made, drilled out. I've got my little garage door stopper puck thing. I'm going to start with the hole farthest toward the back of the bike first. I think that's where I'm going to like it, so that's where I'm going to try it first. I've got a nylon lock nut, and also I'm going to put some blue Loctite on there just to make sure that that thing doesn't come loose. I'm putting it on the bracket first, because if I put the bracket up first, I won't be able to, well, I probably could, but it'd be tough to get that nut back there, tighten it all up. So put it together, and I'll bolt it up. Now I'm going to put the tusk rack mount on first, and then I'll put this new back bracket on there, and then the original, or the peg mount, will go right like that. Okay, there they are, mounted on the bike. I've got both sides done. So this side I just basically copied that same pattern and just folded it the other way around, the paper, to make it work on the other side. And I think it looks pretty good. I can't wait to give it a ride and see how it works. Okay, so I got those all installed. I think they'll work pretty well. I could always shave these down because they're almost an inch thick, I think, these pucks. So if I want even less, they will be easy to cut down and just make them just barely stick out. But I've already taken them for a little ride and they feel great. So I think they're going to be fine just the way they are. And I was thinking the hardest part about this is the pattern, the paper pattern, trying to get that to work. So if there's enough interest and you want me to put that pattern, make it available, I'd be happy to just make it available. Maybe subscribe and leave a comment, a thumbs up, and I can send that to you if you'd like to make your own Steg Pegz, or you can order them. I'll put the link down there. They're great. The company in Australia that makes them, they get good reviews. People seem to like them a lot. So thanks for watching. Please, again, please like and subscribe.